feminine energy is what makes masculine men want to protect and provide for women. So if y'all want to meet us with masculine energy, all we gonna get is head bumping and arguing and who's more alpha.
But how does women's feminine energy, how is them not having a father affecting their feminine energy? It's not. It's just that they didn't have the father figure, so they didn't have a man figure in their life. You're a man. So if you don't have a father figure and you say that, it's like, okay, what you mean you're not a man because you don't have a father figure? You're a man. But I'm a woman. If I say I don't have a father figure, I'm just saying I didn't have nobody to look to as like...
Because that mean that your mother raised you.
I'm feminine.
No, and how you think she was raising you? Your mother was not feminine raising you. Your mother was masculine raising you. She was teaching you how to be independent.
And how to not need
and how to not need a man.
Yeah,
so she's not teaching you how to be with a man. She teach you how to be strong and independent.
Yeah, she is 100% off. And it's unfortunate that a lot of women that have grown up in a one-parent household, single mother household, they think they know about relationships and how marriage and all of that works. But unless you have actually taken a class or been mentored by a married couple, you're not going to really have any idea. And as children, when we're growing up in a two-parent household, that's your first experience or first interaction with seeing two parents working together in good times, bad times, and you see them as a cohesive unit. So you understand the importance of masculinity and you understand the importance of femininity. That's why when these whole so-called pick-me's are coming out and talking about this stuff, a lot of them do have fathers have had fathers in the household. And that is the differentiator between, women who, think a certain way and those who don't. Now, I'm not saying that all women who grew up in a single mom household think that way. I'm not saying that. But I do see that women that have had a father around, as long as he's not a simp, because there are those too, as long as there's a father around, the woman usually, she tends to be more feminine. And there are a few reasons why. One, femininity is grace, it's empathy, it's love, it's creativity. It's basically everything that masculinity is not. Stoicism is a big one. So stoicism used to be for women. So we always talk about stoicism for men. And that's because women are so mouthy that men have to now become stoic to control themselves so that they don't step out of their square for women. But stoicism was about women. And it was basically the woman having the ability to control her emotions. That is what is becoming of a woman, is having the ability to basically close your mouth. And as I grew older, I began to realize the power in my femininity. If I'm going back and forth with a man, instead of being, going head up and arguing with him and using masculinity or being aggressive, just using my simple femininity, like, okay, I understand. But, I really don't like this. That works a whole lot more effective. And it's not like you're trying to manipulate. It's just, you're just being you. And the thing is, women have not been taught how to be feminine. And it's unfortunate, but there are ways around this. There are ways to fix this. One is admitting first that you have no idea how to be feminine because you haven't had a chance to witness it. One, your mother was she was working, so she was in work mode. I'm not going to say survival mode because surviving is literally like surviving, but work mode. So she didn't have the essence of a feminine woman. Her essence was pretty much a man. Men are driven. Men are hard workers. Men are providers. So that's not natural as a woman. And most of the time, she probably was stressed out. Most of the time. So watching that and seeing that, and then also watching her interact with other men, it probably wasn't good. And then also watching her disrespect your father. If, they still had a relationship. put all of those things together. Do you think that that is a good foundation for a young woman to grow up in and understand how to be in a healthy, productive relationship? No, it's not. So in order for us to change this, we have to, men, y'all have to really, really protect your seed. And women, you need to police your own JJs. Stop giving it up to every man. Honestly, I'm for arranged marriage. I don't even believe in dating anymore. After I've learned what I've learned and I've seen what I've seen, I don't even believe in dating. I am full-fledged extreme when it comes to arranged marriage. And that's because I've asked a ton of women, and I've said this before, a ton of women from different age groups, if your father had the ability to pick your husband, do you think that he would have done a better job than you, or would you even be married? And every single woman looked down, looked up, and said yes. And those were the ones who, and it wasn't just one personality type, all personality types, all ages. So I think women are in agreement, and it makes it easier on them. So back to what the video topic was, your father needs to be around because he shows you the love and attention and validation that a woman needs or a young girl needs first. He sets the standard. And then he is there to vet the men that come into your life or men that you feel comfortable bringing around your father, because they can smell BS just like women can smell BS on women. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll catch you on the next one.